Right, this is one of those videos where if you understand this, you're probably going to be ahead of about 95% of the market. Because while everybody's looking at the charts, candles and meme coins, there's something happening in the background that could completely reshape crypto. And that is the Clarity Act. Now, I've just gone through a piece from Grayscale talking about the potential movement on this. But I'm not going to sit here and read an article to you. I'm going to break it down how I see it, what it actually means, and more importantly, what it could do to your portfolio.
I am not a financial advisor. This video is based solely on my opinion on what I'm personally doing in this market. I also want to let you know that some of the links below and in the descriptions are affiliate links, meaning I may get a commission, but it will be at no extra cost to you. Please remember that under no circumstances will I ever contact you and ask you for investments. You can confirm all of my real social media handles in the description and also at milkshakematty.com. This content is for educational and entertainment only, and I'm not a financial advisor.
So let's strip away all the jargon, because right now, crypto in the US is basically living in a grey area. Nobody fully agrees on what is a security, what is a commodity, and who regulates what. And that has been a massive problem for years. You've got the SEC going one way, you've got the CFTC going the other way, and projects, exchanges, and investors stuck in the middle. The Clarity Act is designed to fix all of that, and it basically creates the rule book, a proper framework, and almost like bringing crypto closer to how traditional finance works. So why does this matter? And because this is a big one. Now, this is where it gets interesting, because this isn't just about rules, it's about confidence. And right now, institutions are still hesitant. Not because they don't like crypto, but because they don't know the rules. And if you manage billions, you don't play in unclear environments. That's why nearly 80% of institutions are literally saying they want clear regulation before increasing exposure. So what happens if clarity arrives? The money flows in, and we're talking big money. So let's talk about the real impact, because this is where you need to pay attention. Because if this passes, we could see institutions entering at scale, more ETFs, more regulated exchanges, and more products built on crypto. And most importantly, crypto becoming part of the mainstream finance. Grayscale are even saying this kind of legislation could bring public blockchains deeper in traditional financial infrastructure. Just let that sink in. That's not hype, that's structural change. Now, one of the biggest parts of this bill is deciding who is actually in charge, because right now, the SEC has been treating loads of crypto as securities, but the Clarity Act flips that narrative, because most crypto would likely be treated as commodities instead, meaning the CFTC takes control, and that's massive, because historically, SEC equals aggressive enforcement, but the CFTC is more flexible and market friendly. So this could actually make the environment more usable for projects and exchanges. But I know what everybody's asking, why hasn't it passed yet? Now, here's the reality. This isn't done. This is still being debated, but the biggest sticking point right now is stablecoins. And more specifically, whether platforms can offer yield or rewards on stablecoins. And the banks hate it. Crypto companies want it, and that one issue has caused serious delays. So we're in this weird position. Everybody agrees clarity is needed, but they're fighting over the details. Now, if we go and check out Polymarket, we can see the odds are now at 68% chance of it going through. But it doesn't know when. There's no timelines to that. But the rumors now coming out of America in its droves are that the deal is basically done. They're now literally towing it over the line. And if that's true, that makes a monster difference to our short-term future of crypto. The markets are not going to wait for the law to pass. They move on probability. So if the odds start climbing, that alone could be bullish. We don't even need it to pass to see the movement happen. I say this all the time. You've got to have your finger on the pulse, because you need to be ahead of the curve, not waiting for the price action to happen. So let's talk the upside. If this goes through, we're not just talking about a pump. We're talking about long-term capital inflows, pension funds entering, hedge funds scaling up, and global legitimacy for crypto. And this is how crypto goes from a speculative asset to a core part of the financial system. But then we've got the bear case. So we've got to be keeping this balance. Because if this stalls or it falls apart, then crypto goes back to regulatory uncertainty, slower institutional adoption, and more reliance on the macro. And honestly, we've seen how much uncertainty can slow markets down. Just look at what happened to XRP when that uncertainty was everywhere. Now, this is where I want to show you something, because while all of this is happening in the background inside the crypto wolf pack, we've got real people making real trades, and they're posting their real wins. This is not theory. This is not guesswork. This is actual results from our gang. And that's what I love about this community. We've got Maraid with a 34% win on XRP. You've got Justin with a 13% win on Doge. But look at it. Look at the margin on it. He's actually made $1,298 on that 13% win, just proving you don't need the massive moonshots to make money in crypto. Ryan with a 9.7% win on TON. Ryan again with a 44% win on XNY. You've got Johnny with a 47% win on WLD. You've got Johnny again with a 28% win on TRX. Stephen with an 18% win on WLD. We've got Daniel with a 155% win on River, and that's a 50x trade. And these are one of our new members. Well done, Daniel. Then over in the big win section, we've got Phil with a 773% win on MyX. You've got Johnny with a 260% win over on XRP. That was worth a nice $600 for him. Well done, Johnny. You got myself with a 312% win over on XRP. Now, if you're watching this thinking, right, I want to understand this properly, not just the news, but how to trade it. That's exactly why we built the Crypto Wolf Pack. Inside, you get full education. It's all the way from beginner all the way to advanced. You've got daily live streams, market breakdowns, trade setups, and signals that you can follow. And most importantly, a community that actually is doing this together. So if you want in, there's a link in the description, or you can head over to cryptowolfpack.co.uk. So here's the bottom line. The Clarity Act isn't just another headline. It's one of the biggest structural shifts that we've seen in crypto. And whether it passes next week or next month or later this year, the direction is clear. Crypto is moving towards regulation. Regulation brings confidence, and confidence brings capital. And capital moves the markets. And right now, we are getting huge rumors coming out of America that this is a done deal. If you found value in this, then please drop me a comment down below. Make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe button. And don't forget, new episodes of the UK Crypto Podcast drop every single Friday at 7 p.m. I'll be linking the playlist at the end of this video so you can dive straight in. I'll see you on the next one. And remember this, the strength of the wolf is in the pack.